The corridors of the Valen Academy, situated on the planet Andoria, were filled with an air of anticipation. Today wasn't like any other ordinary session. The students were about to delve into the enigmas surrounding one of the most enduring and unpredictable species in the universe, humans, or as they were more commonly referred to across the stars, the Doomwalkers. This name stemmed from Earth's designation, a dangerous planet rife with predators, natural catastrophes, and lethal environments that few could imagine surviving. Yet, humans not only survived but expanded beyond their world, spreading throughout the cosmos. To the other species, humans appeared as an anomaly. This time, however, the Academy had secured a human subject to study. Professor Sar, an experienced educator and famed xenobiologist, stood at the front of the room, his long limbs poised as he prepared his students for the day's session. He belonged to the CYLK, a species known for their sharp intellect and calculating behavior. His large dark eyes flickered as the alien students took their seats, each one of a different shape or form. Today's focus was on Captain Erix Reese, a human from Earth who had volunteered for the study. The Academy had built a reputation for its rigorous examination of extraterrestrial species, but even they were cautious when it came to studying a creature from such a perilous world. There was something both captivating and unsettling about a species that had learned to endure the chaos of their home world yet seemed almost indifferent to the dangers that life presented. Humans were famed for their curiosity, adaptability, and remarkable resilience, making them the perfect subject for these alien scholars. As Captain Reese entered the room, the eyes of the students, filled with awe and intrigue, were fixated on him. He stood tall, with a casual demeanor and a wide grin that suggested little of the threats associated with his kind. He was of average height by human standards, about 6 feet tall, with short brown hair and a muscular physique, the result of years of interstellar military service. To the untrained eye, he appeared harmless, perhaps even friendly, but the alien students knew better. This was a creature born from a world of constant danger, and they were about to learn just how different he truly was. "Thank you for being here today, Captain Reese," Professor Sar began, his voice smooth and professional, his arms outstretched toward the human. "Your contribution to the study of interspecies biology is invaluable." "No problem," Reese replied with a grin, settling comfortably into the chair provided for him. His relaxed demeanor was something that puzzled the alien students, considering the notorious reputation humans had across the universe. The class was a diverse mix of species. There was Tyron, a floating orb of radiant energy from the planet Aragon, whose species communicated through pulses of light and had no physical form. Next to him sat Zener, a tall, graceful being from the moon of Zaloth with pale, almost translucent skin and long fingers. Her species, the Sevians, were known for their immense intellectual prowess and their ability to forego physical rest or sleep. There were also the Naukar, squat creatures with armored skin resembling that of large felines, and a small group of Arii, winged mammals. For most of these species, the concept of sleep was an alien notion, as they did not require it. "We begin with the basic human behaviors and biology today," Professor Sar announced in his calm, authoritative tone. "Captain Reese will explain some of the fundamental aspects of his species, focusing on a particularly strange concept, sleep." The class murmured in curiosity. They had heard of human sleep but could not fully comprehend its significance. Sleep, to these creatures, was an unnecessary vulnerability. Why would any species choose to spend so much of their time in an unconscious state? It was a concept that seemed absurdly risky. Captain Reese leaned back in his chair, answering their questions with ease. "So, sleep is pretty important for humans," he began. "We need it to recharge, reset our brains, and repair our bodies. It's how we recover and get ready for the next day." One of the students, a Naukar named Kruv, raised an arm, its thick, scaly surface gleaming. "You lose power like a machine?" he asked with a gruff voice, clearly skeptical. Reese laughed. "Not exactly. It's more biological. Our brains need sleep to process information and clear out all the junk from the day, and our organs and muscles get the time they need to repair themselves." Zener, the Sevian, tilted her head in confusion. "Are you vulnerable during this sleep?" Totally, Reese replied with a grin. Out like a light. You could probably sneak up on me, and I wouldn't even know it. A collective gasp filled the room. To the students, the idea of being unconscious for hours was unfathomable. The Sevian species, always mentally alert, found this state of stillness, this apparent death in living beings, utterly disturbing. How can your species survive such vulnerability? Tyron, the energy being, flickered nervously. Surely, you would be prey to countless predators. Well, that's the thing, Reese explained, leaning forward. We evolved in groups. Back in the day, we'd have people keeping watch while others slept. Safety in numbers, you know? The students were still puzzled. It was difficult for them to understand how such an advanced species had not evolved past the need for sleep. To them, it seemed like an unnecessary risk. Perhaps we should witness a demonstration, Professor Sarr suggested. He tapped a holographic screen before him. Captain Reese, would you kindly demonstrate how your body reacts while asleep? Reese raised an eyebrow. You want me to take a nap right now? Precisely, Sarr confirmed. The students will observe your physical state while you rest. It will be an invaluable learning experience. Reese shrugged. Sure. Why not? I've been on the move for a while. He settled into the chair, his eyes closing as he relaxed. The students watched intently as Reese's breathing slowed, his body easing into slumber. At first, everything seemed normal. His chest rose and fell in steady rhythm, and his limbs relaxed. But as the minutes ticked by, the students began to grow uneasy. Was he still alive? Zener's long fingers trembled. Is he alive? She whispered. Professor Sarr moved closer, his large eyes narrowing as he scanned Reese's body with a small device. His vitals were stable, but the classroom was far from reassured. Reese's body remained completely still, as if it were in stasis, and this unnerving stillness only deepened the students' anxiety. What if he doesn't wake up? One of the Arii chirped, her wings fluttering nervously. The growing panic was evident, and the students exchanged worried glances. To them, sleep was not just alien, it was terrifying. What if Reese didn't wake up? Suddenly, the door to the classroom slid open, and a team of medical technicians rushed in. They were alerted by the rising panic, and as they saw the unresponsive human, their concern only grew. Prepare the medical equipment, one of the technicians said, rushing to Reese's side. The students' fears intensified as the medics began their work. What had begun as a simple lesson was now a medical emergency in the minds of the aliens. They were witnessing something they couldn't understand, something terrifying.